Good evening, everybody. How are you? I hope you guys are doing well. Back again, back for Champions League action. This time it's Juventus versus Chelsea, and we are here for Chelsea. Champions League anthem going on. Just a few moments away from kickoff only. 3 minutes to be precise. We have Spanish referees on display today. Hopefully everything goes on according to the plan, I mean. For Chelsea, hopefully at least. I don't know how the game will be, but let's hope. Let's hope for the good only, of course. This is a kind of a new setup. Set up my camera in a different direction so that I can actually face first talk to my audience, of course. And now let's see how it goes. As you can see, lineup on the screen. 2 and 3 changes from Chelsea in total. Ziyech, Havertz, and of course, Reece James goes out because of the unfortunate injury, of course, at the weekend. And then again, we are playing at Allianz Arena, Juventus. The home side also missing crucial players like Dybala, Morata. So eventually, they are not starting Moise Kean. They are actually going with combination of youth plus. It's actually not youth. It's actually serious players now. So Chiesa is young, but he's a phenomenal talent, and Chiesa is now a proper starting candidate in the Juventus lineup. So Chiesa it is, Bernardeschi and Cuadrado upside. Cuadrado, former Chelsea player, very versatile, can play as a wing back, right back, and right mid or right wing. In this instance, he's playing right wing. Chelsea, we have the same formation, and as I mentioned, Chelsea, Ziyech, Havertz, and the change, Azpilicueta on the right wing back side. Let's see how Chelsea plays away from home. Toughest game, of course. One of the toughest game of the season. Away, of course, Champions League against Juventus, nevertheless. So it's always, of course, a exciting tie. And Chelsea are playing Juventus, after I think the last time when they won Champions League, the next year they played Juventus, and totally that was a year that they didn't even get out of the group stages. So they would not want to repeat that kind of an what do we say momentum. But yeah, actually the reverse of it. Seal the deal and of course march on and finish the first place in the group. Most probably who wins this fixture, say there is an away leg, of course Juventus will come and play at Stamford Bridge, but most probably who will win this fixture will be a key placeholder on the first place in the table. Chelsea already won their first game. Same for, of course, Juventus against Malmö. Malmö are being battered by every possession in the group. Zenit battered them today. I think it was 4-0 or something. So unfortunately, I think it will be curtains for them. No Europa League as well. They'll finish fourth. Talking point up for grabs for Juventus Chelsea now. It's kickoff time, guys. Come on, Chelsea. Let me plug in my earphone slugs. Would be interesting how Azpilicueta has to play now, like potentially for a much more longer period than he would expect that to be a right wing back, because Reece James, I think even after the injury, even though it is a high ankle sprain, they're expecting him to be back by a week, but I don't think that he'll be eased into the squad, and basically not even full set of 90 minutes would be given to him. But nevertheless, here's Chelsea. Here's Bernardeschi. I think he's offside. The ref shall blow the whistle. Yep, he's offside. Bernardeschi was skies clear away from defensive line. Looked like he was on through on the goal. Here's Kai Havertz backpedaling, loses the ball. Christensen with a very smart tackle there. Very smart Christensen. I think Christensen will also get a now run of games. As you know, as per we have already a lot of centre backs, but we potentially have players who can play in versatile positions. So Christensen, of course, is well and ready. And right now it's his time to shine. I think still, if with Reece James even playing, Christensen still plays. Aspie would be benched. Here's Aspie with the cross. After a much boring display of attack by Chelsea throughout the weekend, that lack of crosses, lack of chance creation for Lukaku, I think this has settled down in Chelsea's players' mind that, yeah, we have to give our number 9 something to feed off. Even though it was just only a game and could be a just reality check for Chelsea, even though they were going so good, but basics should be followed. Already you can see Juventus being so physical with Kai Havertz. Lukaku, of course, can deal with these kind of plays. Lukaku has been a part of course, Calcio 2 years in a row. He is used to playing De Ligt, Bonucci, Kalani. Havertz getting a first-time experience, a hands-on experience of treatment from Bonucci there. Getting a solid push in the back. Chelsea have an upper hand here if they can actually manage the ball properly. Here's Marcos Alonso in space. Here's Hakim Ziyech as well. Hakim Ziyech also another guy. Definitely would love to make a claim here, right? That I belong to the squad properly and I should be playing on the regular basis, if not all the games. Here's Hakim with the cross. Szczesny collects it very easily. If you have just tuned in, guys, we are watching Juventus versus Chelsea, match day 2 of the Champions League, and two dangerous teams of the group, potentially battling out with each other, neck to neck. A few key players missing for both of these teams, but yeah, they still have to battle it out though. Juventus Champions League form has been like exceptional, and league form quite the opposite. If you're new around here, lads, of course, drop a like on the stream, subscribe. It helps the channel to grow. And if you want to join the Fantasy Premier League, the link is in the description as well. Zia is doing nice there, dodging Locatelli, but actually fouled Alexandro in the process, so referee did not deem it as a fair play, so he has to blow the whistle. Mendy, not a very good ball, intercepted well by Bentancur in the midfield. Here's Cuadrado. Cuadrado actually being a part of the midfield rather than just going totally outright. Here's the ball stolen by Chelsea there. Both of the sides doing turnovers, back-to-back turnovers actually. Here's Marcos Alonso in a lot of space. Same for Ziyech. Ziyech is getting the ball now, and maybe a cross for Lukaku. And actually the cross is blocked. Here's Kovacic. Chance for a shot. Lukaku, Havertz linking up well. Here's back to Ziyech. Again defended well by Juventus. Corner Chelsea. Chelsea enjoying a brilliant piece of play there, I mean to say, I'm sorry. Quite a few one touches there and a brilliant one as well. Almost led to a crucial interception by Juve defender. Here's Chelsea, again a shot by Lukaku, but straight to Szczesny there. Looked like a corner straight from the training ground. A well-rehearsed one as well. Lukaku got a decent contact there, but couldn't actually keep the ball right or left to Szczesny. Here's Chelsea back again, a clearance of Juventus only leading up to Kovacic. Havertz running up, De Ligt tackling him, gets the ball easily. So far, Havertz having to deal with the physicality of both the centre halves from Juventus, and it's looking like it will take time for him to get used to it, of course. Here's Jorginho. Chiesa and Cuadrado have switched places. One is on the left, one is on the right. They have swapped, of course. Again, cheaply given by Chelsea. Now Bernadeschi. Bernadeschi has the ball. Bernadeschi is pulled back, and referee says it's a fair tackle by Kovacic. There's Marcos Alonso in a lot of space now. Alonso in a lot of space as well. Maybe a chance to cross. Can Danilo defend it? Alonso with a low driven cross, and again intercepted by Juventus there. Again, ZH has been penalized here. I wonder how hard it is for ZH to pull players down, because he himself is not that kind of a physically strong guy, a physically gifted guy, but referee seems to have been very keen on blowing up against him. Always the whistle. Juventus crowds totally behind ref as well for the decision. The leg stuck behind, clearing the ball, then again in the process losing it, but Juventus still has it. Here's Bentancur, here's Jorginho. Jorginho and Christensen teaming up on Bentancur. Nice. Recovered the ball very easily there in the process. Come on, Chelsea. Also, guys, Juventus is known for a lot of attacking threat, right? And they have like only one clean sheet in their last 23 games. So you can just assume how the situation is at Juventus actually. Havertz drawing up a foul there. I think handball by Delic there. The ref didn't notice it, but the linesman did. Yeah, a clear handball. I don't know why did the ref take so much time. Finally blows it. Maybe a chance now for Alonso to cross in. A set piece delivery nevertheless. And by the way, guys, if you've just tuned in, 10 minutes on the clock. We are watching Juventus versus Chelsea. It's still goalless. Both of the sides are going, of course, toe to toe. Chelsea enjoying a lot of the ball. And here's a corner. Oh, almost. That's almost a chance for Chelsea, but a let off for Juventus here. Juventus are letting the crosses in go by. They are, of course, intercepting the last final third passes, but one of those chances maybe eventually go into the net. They're taking the chances, Juventus here. And of course, turnovers are unlimited so far as I'm seeing on the screen. Here's Szczesny. UA trying to play a long ball here. Read well by Andres Christensen. Jorginho, the first time pass to Aspi. Here's Christensen back to Chelsea. Juventus having a hard time to keep the ball here. Here's Marcos. Juventus trying to stretch actually Chelsea. In my opinion, with Marcos Alonso there, because it doesn't have a lot of legs. They're covering the midfield area as well now. And here's ZH again, being penalized third or fourth time. He has been finally warned by the ref that on his next foul, he will be booked. And it's so early in the game. It's 12 minutes on the clock only. I don't know what's the anger and temper therefore. He's losing his temper way too easily there. Another diagonal hit by Juventus, but a easy grab by Mendy. One of the greatest games of Mendy's life, of course. Playing against Juventus, of course, all of the games that he played in Champions League were phenomenal and against the greatest opponents. But again, another tough opposition in Juventus. So one game to remember for sure for the future. Alonso, a misplaced pass there. Lukaku calling for the ball, but Alonso delaying it and actually not hitting a proper pass at the very end. But Rudiger alert there. Juventus trying to counter and trying to again hit a diagonal threaded ball. Rudiger well aware there and of course intercepting the danger. There's Alonso again with Kovacic. Kovacic to Lukaku. Lukaku in space. Lukaku behind two defenders trying to shield the ball. Back to Hakim. Juventus, all of the Juventus 11 players are behind the ball and defending. And of course, the whole game is being played in UAE's half right now. So Chelsea well over them right now. Chelsea just need to deliver the end final product in the final third and they'll score. Lukaku still inside the box waiting for a ball to arrive so that he can actually make some decent contact. It's very congested in Juventus's own half. An attempt by Alonso, but intercepted well by Locatelli there. I think Allegri has basically said that you don't have to give them spaces to pass around. Even though you have to concede the possession, I think which Allegri is very much ready to do because the players are not pushing well up and they are basically conceding the possession to Chelsea and trying to play on counters with Chiesa and Cuadrado, with Bernadeschi leading the line. So they are really just in their tight, marking their zonal formations and not letting the Chelsea passes go through. Might need something special here though. Ooh, an attempt by Christensen, but passed totally on the opposite side of Romelu Lukaku and is easily caught by Szczesny in the goal of Juventus. "15 minutes gone by now. So far we can say it's all Chelsea now. Majority. I'm sorry. Here's Alonso. Space for cross Alonso. He doesn't cross it. The least thing Chelsea would need right now is another game like Man City where you just... Again, it's given away by Chelsea. Rabiot is in spaces. Wow. Wow, Juventus. You have just lost a brilliant opportunity. The ball was cheaply given away by Chelsea, by Kovacic, I think, and Rabiot has the ball. And for a moment, it was 2v1 for Juventus against Tony Rudiger. And the attempt by Rabiot for a pass was horrendous. The ball was hit straight to Edouard Mendy. What a let-off for Juventus there. The coach himself cannot believe it. He just needed to find the man. And they were through. Alongside him, I think the guy running was Federico Chiesa. And it's on even preferred side of Rabiot. You expect him to do better there. Nevertheless, here comes Chelsea back again in Juve's half. They have the ball. Here's Havertz. One touch into Lukaku. Here's Havertz again. And again nicked by Juventus defenders. So far, they're doing the job perfectly then. And you cannot blame them, basically. They are doing it properly. But that should have been 1-0 to Juventus. I cannot seem to get over it. That was a clear first chance of the game. The biggest one, of course. Here's Rudiger. Here's the edge. Here's Alonso. Here's Azpilicueta. But now Chelsea doing the one and only thing, trying to find a way towards, and of course, maybe trying to thread a needle in the haystack. It may seem like it when the teams are on it, the defensively, but that is what Chelsea have to do. They have to breach their defense. So far, there has not been a spark, but you can say, yeah, actually, the spark only. That would say, yeah, Chelsea can actually do it. I don't know. Actually, Alonso has been booked here. Cuadrado made the most of it, I think, in my opinion. If you see it on the replay, guys, that's very shameful. But that was unnecessary from Alonso putting his hands on a player. It was only going to lead a booking only because players these days exaggerate a lot. I don't think that was actually. Let's see the replay. I actually don't know whether the contact was enough for him to bump into the side holding, but fair enough, the booking was deserved because you cannot put your hands on the player. That's what the rule states, right? And basically, he's in the book. If Chelsea are not able to find a way to score here, I'll go mad. Cannot take 2 games without scoring, man. That would be rough. Here's Chelsea again. Thiago Silva and Christensen seem to have swapped places. I think that is temporary. Again, the ball is cheaply given away by Kovacic. Wow. What a let off. Chiesa there. Chiesa misses a goal. Wow, Kovacic. Wow, Mateo Kovacic. That is a second turnover in a row, and Chelsea almost got caught once again. Chelsea look miserable at the back. I'm not going to lie. Chelsea looked miserable at the back. And this is very, very bad. That was very bad by Mateo Kovacic. How are you going to do that, man? Again and again, again and again. Same pass, again misplaced. If you have just tuned in, guys, we are watching Juventus versus Chelsea. And it seems like Chelsea had the control of the game for the first 15 minutes, but it is now slipping away. The nerves are getting to Chelsea. They are not tackling. They are not passing the ball very well now. Juventus have done nothing. Juventus have done the basics. Juventus are defending the Chelsea chances very well. And now they are taking the opportunities and capitalizing on Chelsea's turnovers. And the problem with Chelsea here is they are just passing the balls in the hands of Juventus. So far, twice only, and that's a major let-off in my opinion. I wonder what will actually take from Thomas Tuchel actually. Even after the City game, the loss of City. But what do you actually need else? And why are you doing passes like that? Again, a very loose touch by Hakim Ziyech, who loses the ball in the midfield. Kovacic with the tackle, a fair one this time. The ref deemed it as a very fair one. Here's Hakim Ziyech. Chelsea a bit slow in the attack now. So far, nothing in the final third from Chelsea. Thomas Tuchel would not be pleased at all because he's a huge admirer of the players who hustle, who do a lot and who put a lot of intensive work rate. And Kovacic has not done that today. We are of course used to have seeing Kovacic playing very well. But this was very careless and this would not be tolerated, I'm sure. And you know, at this point of time when you have lost a game and there is a lot of pressure, there is a lot of fingers pointing towards you, are you actually contenders or actually you are pretenders? So maybe these players, their psyche, there is something in their psyche that they're thinking about, but it has to be dealt well with because they cannot play like this. One game cannot derail you from your objective for the whole season. Again, Juventus holding their shape very well, doing everything that they are going to. There's Alonso pushing the ball back from Hakim. Eventually, one of those misplaced passes will find a way to Juventus and find the way inside Chelsea's net. So that would be horrific way to concede, of course. Here's Havertz. Here's Lukaku on his weaker side. Again, De Ligt does enough to get Lukaku off the ball. De Ligt, Bonucci are not letting, of course, Lukaku to bully him. It's amazing how far that one game actually can affect your mental psychology. I don't know if you in the chat will agree with me or not, but that City game has mentally impacted this Chelsea lineup a lot. We have made 3 changes, of course, but it has mentally impacted these players a lot. I don't know. They are thinking, actually, they're thinking backwards or whatever. They have lost the confidence, but it cannot be, right? You cannot lose your confidence within like one game only, I'm sure. But you know, we have seen this kind of poor defensive display against the likes of West Brom and one or few games that we have had the goalless draws, but this is not a kind of Chelsea that we're used to seeing, so that would be curtains if that kind of display is put up. And this year, when last time it happened, Alonso, I remember, was having a run of the games in Chelsea colours, and that is when Chilwell came back in, because when Thomas Tuchel came in, Alonso was playing a lot of games. Similar thing happened this season. The start was brilliant, and now the performance is kind of fading away. Fortunately, unfortunately, whatever it is. For some players, for some not, of course, but it is what it is. By the way, guys, if you're new around here, of course, drop a like on the stream. It helps the channel to grow, and subscribe. Check out my videos. I would love your feedback as well. And also would love to know who are you actually supporting. Let's do a poll, by the way. All right, the poll is live. Let's do a poll as well. Here's Lukaku. Here's Havertz in a lot of space. Can Havertz do it? Havertz again. Challenge dealt well again by De Ligt. De Ligt is having a great game. Up against both Havertz and Lukaku, he's having a brilliant game. Because Ziyech, as an attacker, he hasn't been inside the box so far. But he has dealt well with Lukaku and Havertz in together. Here's Lukaku. Again, Alexander deals with it this time. It's so confusing sometimes the way these players react. Here's Chiesa again, who might try to break. A foul on him. Stands firm. The ref flows for advantage, but Chiesa cannot capitalize on it. Look at the positions. 3/4 of possession with Chelsea. 72% of possession with Chelsea. Like I said, Juventus are ready to concede possession to Chelsea. They are willing to play on the break. And so far the plan is working because they are forcing Chelsea to make errors on the turnovers and defending, of course, in return the Chelsea's attack. Again, Juventus almost lost the ball. Quadrado has it back. Quick feed from him. Here's Bernardeschi. Here's Chiesa being pulled back by Rudiger. Referee doesn't think so. A half-hearted appeal from Chiesa as well. But looked like a very decent chance for Juventus here. Chiesa turn and shoot. Actually couldn't turn properly. Rudiger stood his ground. Thomas Tuchel, very animated character right now on the sidelines. He's shouting, "Get the ball out, get out from there, the danger zone." And rightly so. Do not let do not let the momentum slip away, man. What else can the man say it better? Select almost a spear into the side netting. A side boarding, I'm sorry, advertisement board. Here's Jorginho on the ball. Again, Chelsea back to moving the ball very quickly. A brilliant piece of skill there by Ziyech, trying to control the ball with the first touch and an impressive flick, and is fouled in the process. Here's Chelsea, here Havertz, here's Gaspalicueta. Across and again straight to Chesney. So far, like I said, no final third delivery has been impressive from Chelsea. So they haven't been the team. Actually, they have dominated the ball, but Juventus are more looking like a side who's going to score first. Not convincing enough. In easy words, if you want to say. An ambitious through ball played there for Chiesa there. He was very much offside. But Chiesa is a very quick player. I don't know what these guys are actually doing, but if they gave him this space like this one, and eventually one threaded ball, outpace Thiago Silva, and you're done. Chelsea there losing the ball, turning it over. Here's a man on the bench, Moise Kean, who would be very keen on to come on in the second half. Here's Chelsea getting the ball away. Here's Kovacic, a brilliant first touch. Here's Havertz, again maybe looking for Aspi. Havertz still has the ball, and again Delic stands his ground and is able to intercept. Come on, Havertz. Havertz didn't look like that he will take the ball in his stride and move towards the goal. Here comes Juventus to Rabiot. Maybe a chance for cross, or maybe a goal. Wow, what an attempt from Rabiot nevertheless, and just goes over the bar. Wow. Wow. That's an effort nevertheless by Juventus, man. It would have shocked you if that goes in. And sometimes these kind of goals go in. Here comes Juventus. Contradicting story. First 20 minutes, the game was being played totally in Juventus's half. All of the 11 men from Juventus behind the ball, defending. Now Juventus is pressing Chelsea, and Chelsea have to force and forcefully kick the ball away now. Up the field. Again, Mendy's goal kick straight up to Chesney. There's Jorginho. Not a lot of space. Chasing Chiesa there. Now he's left him behind. Here's Christensen versus Chiesa. 1v1. Christensen is not able to block it. The ball doesn't reach a lot of distance. Thiago Silva intercepts it. Here's Hakim Ziyech. Switch of play for Aspi. And Chelsea lose the ball again. Wow. It seems like Chelsea are not in the game right now. Mentally, they are not here at all. These guys, I don't know what they are doing. That was such a silly misplaced pass. I wonder what is actually happening in their mind. There are no runners going past through Juventus defenders. Juventus defenders blocking each and everything. One game and you see how it feels. By the way, guys, if you are just joining the stream, I mean, we are watching Juventus versus Chelsea. It's goalless so far, and Chelsea have a lot and lots of ball. The possession is there, but nothing impressive in the final third at all. Whereas Juventus, capitalizing on two Chelsea errors, almost scored goals. Almost. That is what actually you want Chelsea to do. Here's Hakim Ziyech. Here's Kovacic. Here's again Chelsea with a lot of ball. Bonucci again intercepting it well. Again, a silly foul by Kai Havertz there. A very high foot there. And Chelsea turned the ball over once again. Havertz catching Bernateshki there. Bonucci very, very vocal, marshalling his troops there. And so far it's working. So you cannot actually say that they're playing bad. Having less ball doesn't mean that you're playing bad. What you're doing with the ball actually is what matters the most. Jorginho doing a fine interception there, but losing the ball again. Juventus now playing very decent one-touch football in Chelsea's half. Must be happy, Allegri. The two of the managers out of two, even without Dybala, Morata, he's managing to do well. Chelsea having less to worry about, but still getting worried. Here's Alonso. He must not forget that he's on a yellow. Here's Marcos Alonso. You always need to show a character in these kind of games, man. UCL away games, tough fixtures, but you really have to show your that tough character. I mean, Christensen again almost losing the ball. Aspi helping him out. A very heavy touch there. Here's Jorginho. Jorginho loses the ball. Is bundled over the ball. Again, Jorginho is fouled in the process. Unfortunate there, but unfortunate for Juventus, mind you. They could have easily stolen the ball there. I don't know how Rabiot managed to actually foul Jorginho in the process of nicking the ball there, because it looked like a clear one there. Oh, he put his arm up on Jorginho's face, and fair to say Jorginho made the most of it. There's Kovacic to Alonso. I actually thought that Chilwell might play today after that City loss, but Thomas is not ready to shake things up, I guess, properly. So far, both of the sides, 2 attempts, 1 on target for Chelsea and none for Juventus. But Juventus have looked more threatening offensively. Again, a very cheap foul by Chelsea, and again the ball is turned over. I don't know what these players are actually doing now. Locatelli trying to be a menace for Chelsea in the center of the park there. Just trying to get his foot on everything that goes through his defense or before his defense. Bonucci, no pressure. He's passing the ball with his weaker foot in the midfield. I think Chelsea have to deal with it well. Chiesa and Cuadrado trying to play from the lines, of course, out wide, hugging the sideline there. Oh man, such an unlucky break there. Rudiger's awesome ball. Lukaku couldn't control it, couldn't judge the flight. The ball bounced off his head and his goal kick. Looks very bad, right? When you look at it first time. Actually wasn't the bad first touch, but couldn't judge the flight of the ball. The ball was very much behind him. Jorginho showing some legs there, intercepting the ball there before Bentancur. This is a very physical game though. Even though you're getting to keep the ball, but you have to fight for the ball though. Like protecting it, shielding it. UA players are not giving it up easily, and also if you're making such errors, prone to a total turnovers, having to chase on counter attacks, so you have to spend more of your energy as well. But so far, I'm seeing that kind of a thing again. In the center of the park right now, there is nothing that I would see is connecting us to our attack. Like in City game, we had our attack all by themselves. Again, Alonso, a cheap piece of play there. He looks like that there was a man there. Wow. Chiesa frees himself of all the mans. Chiesa with a diagonal pass again to Cuadrado. Cuadrado in a lot of space to Rudiger. 1v1. Cuadrado on his weaker foot. Chelsea in number there. And it's free kick for Juventus. And he's fouled in the process. I wonder why the ref blew for advantage, because there was actually a shot from Juventus there. That's unlucky on Chelsea's behalf there. I don't think that should supposed to be a... That is an advantage done and dusted, man. They took a shot. Why are you blowing a whistle for free kick there? Nevertheless, it's in ref's hands. Let's see what happens now on the free kick. Quite a few options there. Bernardeschi, left foot. Cuadrado on his right foot. Most likely it would be Bernardeschi. A tall Chelsea wall there. There's a hell lot of space for the ball to go up and dip inside the net. There's a hell lot of space. And I have a feeling that something is going to happen. I hope it doesn't. The wall does its job, the blocks it. Wow. Chiesa is pulling fouls like a magnet. Tony Rudiger going down. Maybe that was a body check. The ref thought that it was actually intentional by Rudiger, not even by Chiesa there. He's actually an obstruction in the way. Here's another free kick for Juventus. We are watching Juventus versus Chelsea, lads. It's still goalless and 42 minutes on the clock. Juventus now trying to dominate in Chelsea's half in terms of attacking possession. Are looking like much more threatening side in the game. Again, brilliant delivery and well dealt with by Mendy. Safe hands. Awesome kept. Can Chelsea cause harm to Juventus, irrespective of all the drama and all the negative drama that they are surrounded by in this half? There's Lukaku with the ball. Can he do something with it? Here's Havertz with the ball, manages to pass it to Havertz. Chelsea have the ball back in their own half. Juventus are hustling, man. Juventus are hustling. They're not letting any of the ball go without a fight. Again, that's something of a pass or an attempt that has nothing in the outcome in final third at all. We are missing Mason Mount so much, man. So much. The guy does a bit of everything for us, right? Now a lot of people realize. Doesn't look great here. I'll be very honest. Rudiger there again. US this time is placing a pass. Might have a chance here for Chelsea. Encounter. Lukaku has it. Lukaku has the ball in front of him. Very well done by Ziyech towards his stride. There's Lukaku in a lot of space. Tackled well by Danilo. And it's a corner for Chelsea. Can Chelsea go and score against the run of play against Juventus? Can they actually score? It will be huge. Here's Marcos Alonso with the corner. Come on, Chelsea. Here's Thiago Silva into the ground. Thiago Silva shot blocked again by Bonucci. One shot by Bonucci, one shot by Dele. Each of them blocked. Ref blows it for foul. Danilo's down. I think this is the third or the fourth time I'm seeing Danilo down on the pitch since the start of the game. And it's halftime in Turin. No goals, nothing. And Chelsea doesn't really actually look like scoring a goal. Whereas on the other half, Juventus looked like they were all over Chelsea. And in terms of scoring, they should have had one, two, or two goals maybe. But it is what it is. And so far, it's a tough one for Chelsea to take. I don't know what they'll do, how they'll manage the second half. What will be the pep talk now after the... It was a horrendous half in my opinion, if you ask me. It was worrying, and it's actually a lot worrying. I might sit here and give some false hopes that, yeah, it was not something like it, but that sucked, man. That sucked. And what can we do? We can just wait and watch for the second half. Nevertheless, let's check the score lines on the other games. So Bayern are leading 2-0. No surprises there against Dynamo Kiev. Both of the goals by Lewandowski. And again, no surprises there. Lewandowski. Barcelona are losing there. Would you believe it? No surprises there again. Man, this Barcelona side and Koeman. I thought Cristiano Ronaldo actually scored a goal. I got a notification. It's still goalless. Did VAR do something in this game? If I'm not wrong, VAR did something. Whatever. Maybe Ronaldo broke a Champions League appearance record. Salzburg won Lille 0, Wolfsburg 0, Sevilla 0, Chelsea and Juventus of course 0-0. Can just make faces here. And please Chelsea. To be honest, if you get a game similar like this in the second half as well, you might as well feel like, yeah, it's better off sleeping. I won't blame you. But it is what it is. Blue is the color, and we just keep repping it and we keep supporting the boys. Hopefully, they come out, of course, roaring with a good team talk from Thomas and maybe some good changes if needed and some good mentality. By the way, guys, if you have just tuned in, we are watching Juventus versus Chelsea. It's goalless at the break and halftime, of course, 45 minutes done on the clock. Match day 2 of the Champions League and waiting for the second half. Maybe waiting for a better second half, actually, in my opinion, rather than just second half. Yep, Cristiano actually indeed broke a record, and the record was for the appearances. Cristiano Ronaldo, 178 games, has overtaken Iker Casillas as the player with the most appearances in the Champions League. So this man keeps on breaking the records for Champions League, Mr. Champions League after all, mind you. This guy. Wow, there are some more things, guys, in the Barcelona game I would like to point out if you have just tuned in. Barcelona are losing, of course, to Benfica, and that was only in the second minute of the game. And Gerard Piqué has been subbed off at the 18th minute, sorry, 20, wow, 32nd minute actually, and that was for a 17-year-old teenager, and that was a straight tactical change. Piqué had no injury. Wow, imagine, imagine the scenes at Barcelona right now. I don't know what they have done to each other, or their manager's days are limited. Just waiting for the second half, lads. Just waiting for the second half. Don't mind. And if you have just tuned in, guys, and if you're new around here, of course, like the stream, it helps the channel to grow and always keeps it going and keeps me motivated to post more quality videos. And let's to say, we'll keep streaming the live games for the whole season. But wow, man, I'm shocked after that Barcelona's news that they subbed off PK, considered in the second minute, and the situation there is very much. Imagine if they lose tonight. I think that's pretty much it for Ronald Koeman. If they lose tonight, it's pretty much it. Pretty much it. Even though they won the last La Liga game, but I think that is curtains for Koeman. In Champions League, they are losing to Bayern already. Sorry, lost to Bayern already, and now losing to Benfica. So I don't think that gives them a lot of room. They have to win the rest of the games. So basically, that ends their chance of finishing first in the group at all cost. Because Bayern is not letting the position slip by any means, and that is it. I think the least that Barca board will be expecting is to finish second in the group. And if Benfica is able to take 3 points from Barcelona here, and maybe, but Benfica actually earned a point as well, so they have a point of a draw. And right now they are winning against Barcelona. And if they, God forbid, manage to upset someone else in their away fixture, Barcelona Europa League, how does that sound? Barcelona Europa League doesn't sound good to a Barca board as well, I think. So they'll just boot Ronald Koeman out of the club. And I don't actually know who will take their job. I think it has to be one of their former players again, like Xavi, maybe. But it will be a lot of hassle, nevertheless. But it is not our worry. We are watching Juventus versus Chelsea. We have our manager. He's very good. So there is nothing to actually discuss here. But sympathies and my condolences to the Barcelona fan base and the viewers who are watching. It happens. It's a phase, most probably. And it will go. You lost Leo Messi. That was very unfortunate. You are losing back to back. That's highly unfortunate, but that's football. Everyone and every team has a phase that they go through. Come on, lads. Bring on the second half, dude. Come on. I think it's still 4 or 5 minutes away, if I'm not wrong. Keep the blue flag flying high. Man, Chelsea, please do something. Don't take that, what do we say, the Sunday vibes into the Champions League game. It was very, very heartbreaking, that City game. Like, not being able to score, it's heartbreaking. We just got a striker. Basically, the point that we learned from that game was, it was, of course, one thing that we have to accept, of course, or how do we say that, in consensus, that he chose a wrong formation, sorry, the wrong personnel in the formation. It worked against Tottenham, can't take over said Jorginho, and it doesn't work against the team like City. City enjoyed a lot of the ball, and Tottenham basically decided to sit back. I don't know what Tottenham did, but they actually sat back. So it worked. Kudos to Chelsea. It worked in favor of them, and Kante did very well there. But unlike that, in City's game, Chelsea did the same personnel, and they started with them actually. So Mason Mount, of course, was injured and missing, but still, they started with Kante, Jorginho, Kovacic, and then again, they tried to play with that formation. They tried to play balls throughout the Kante as well. Kante, would not have the touch like Hakim Ziyech, Mason Mount, or the likes of Pulisic. So he's basically a good presser. He's an engine. He'll run all over the field. But when it comes to linking up the play, maybe, hell yes, man. He'll do it sometimes, but not on the regular basis. And that is the most often times your number 10's job. and someone like a Mason Mount or Hakim Ziyech or Christian Pulisic's job. So Kante played basically that role. I saw that guy going out left. I saw that guy going out right. Trust me, he'll do everything, but that is not apt there for his side. So Thomas clearly learned the lesson there, and of course that is why we are playing. Of course, Kante is of course COVID tested right now, so he's out. That is why playing Hakim Ziyech right now today, a number 10 properly. Otherwise, the missing thing in City's game was this only: a lack of a number 10 or a creator. I don't know if you'll agree with me or not, but that is my opinion, nevertheless. So it is what it is. Basically, the conclusion is that Saturday's game, it should not be repeated here. Even though we are playing a different personality here, but it still feels like we are lacking that spark. And I remember Thomas after that Tottenham game saying that in the second half, we came out like we wanted more. And we wanted more, and actually we gave up everything and we went in for our 50-50 duels and we actually won a lot of them. So it made a lot of sense for them to win. And right now, if they do not push for that, and if they do not push for that kind of attitude, it would not make sense for Chelsea to win right now. That is my opinion. But at the end of the day, it's all in. It is all in players' hand. Wow, it's all in. See, talking sometimes about a nervous situation is getting on my nerves. Please Chelsea score and break the deadlock so that I'm no longer nervous and I can happily sleep well. It will surely ruin my sleep if we do something disastrous. I think any moment now. Yep. It's kickoff time now almost. Oh, I'm sorry. Just bump my earphone into the microphone. Earphones into my mic. I'm not sure if you can actually see my mic or no. I think it's not visible. It's right under my chin. The players are out. Chelsea players are out. Juventus players are already out. See, here comes a change. Lads, this is what I'm talking about. Bring on the intensity, bring on the competition. Ben Chilwell, first appearance of the season. A first meaningful appearance after the League Cup, of course. And in Champions League, nevertheless. And an away tough game. Good luck to Ben Chilwell. Good luck to him. Hopefully, this is a start of something for Ben Chilwell this season that will be very interesting. Here we are, guys. Kickoff, second half. Let's go live. I think that will, of course, push Chelsea to certain limits here. Here's Juventus with a chance. And Chiesa has scored. Seconds into the game, Chiesa have scored in the second half for Juventus. Wow. And as soon as I was saying, Chelsea have made a change. Chelsea will look resilient here. Chiesa takes an opportunity, breaches Chelsea's defense. Chelsea defense is caught sleeping and Juventus score. Bloody hell, that was a good break for Juventus. And it was, if there was a guy who was going to score, it was Chiesa, man. It was Chiesa. Wow, Chelsea. What a great finish also by Chiesa. If you ask me, Chelsea deserve to go down, but going down like this, seconds into the second half, this is very alarming. Wow. 10 seconds in. Bernadeschi with the pass. Chiesa in on goal and goal. Wow, Chelsea. Bloody hell, that was bad. I don't know how this goal will push back Chelsea, but they have to do something now. Come on, Chelsea, come on. Never break down under pressure. An away tough game, but we'll take it on our stride. Here's Kovacic again. Here's Chilwell on the ball for the first time. I think we can actually safely end our poll here because Juventus have scored here. So, wow, it's offside. It's offside, I think. Wow, ref has not blown it. Here's, wow. Jorginho with a massive push on Bernadeschi, a massive one. Interestingly, if that was not offside, it could have been checked by VAR as well. Juventus look like, yeah, they're totally transformed. They're a different side. They are playing almost with three kind of holding midfielders, but they feel like actually, yeah, the most attacking ones right now. Here's Chilwell up against Cuadrado. Cuadrado shielding the ball very well there, making the most of it. Wow, the confidence in this US team right now is top notch. And this will harm Chelsea only. Here's again a ball by Bonucci, but intercepted by Rudiger. Chelsea have really got to wake up. There is no lies here. Chelsea have got to wake up. Juventus goal was coming. And lads, I've just knocked my phone below. Give me a moment. I'm very furious though. I'm very furious. That's why I'm knocked my phone below. Wow. I was just hoping that I didn't crack my phone screen, but it's fine. The screen is fine. Man, this match. Come on, lads. Don't turn into a disappointment. We can do much better than this. Come on. Chelsea are not making the runs. Chiesa was making run alone, and guess what? Successful. One time, two time, no. Third time is a lucky charm. Here's Lukaku with a touch. Awesome touch by Lukaku for Aspi. A ball well blocked by Delic there. Here's Alexandro. Pressure on the box. And he's managed to get it off for a throw in. Wow. Almost. We conceded a goal, and this game almost cost me my cell phone screen as I dropped it. Wow. Not a brilliant time so far. Wow, Chiesa, 5 goals and 5 Champions League appearances. Massive up for the lad. Of course, he was linked with a lot of clubs, even Chelsea though. Wow. Chelsea playing from the back, a very risky play there. Mendy passing it there. Havertz loses the ball. Here's again. Losing the ball again. This time a heavy foul? No, the ref says it's fine. And Bernadeschi gets up. I think that's a huge dramatic piece of play by the Bernadeschi there. Trying to get ref's attention there. Here's Kovacic marching on. Chelsea need to come and they need to answer very quick, because if this keep up the momentum like this, Juventus basically will settle down like the first half, and this time they have a lead to protect, and there is not many of the people right now in the world who will protect the lead better than Juventus. Chilwell. Half a chance, lads. Lukaku with a cross, Chilwell first time half volley, and looked like it was going to result into something, but nothing there. Wow, man. Talk about finish there. Chiesa's finish was so awesome. Wow. I can just see, man, the difference on the screen right now is UA's player, they want more. They basically want more, unlike Chelsea. The Swedish guy warming up, Kulusevski. Another potential, maybe a threat for Chelsea. A threat maybe more so later in the game when Chelsea decide to break and they have to commit more bodies in the front. It's not looking great for Chelsea, lads. Here's Havertz with the interception, but can he do anything with the ball? Hakim Ziyech has the ball. Ziyech with the ball to Lukaku again. Bonucci's there. Not as quick, but he's there. Christensen loses the ball again. Wow. Here's Bonucci. Wow. Bonucci already going down, trying to do a step over on Anders Christensen. Nevertheless, a great attempt from the captain. A centre half doing a striker's role there. Chelsea again being forced to back pass forward, sorry. Man, help us, please, help us. I'm lost for words here. Talking anything but nonsense. Talking nonsense but anything, should I be saying, right? Maybe we need someone like Callum, who will run at Juventus' players. So far it has been a Juventus' masterclass. Oh my god, that was an almost own goal for Juventus. Wow, almost conceded a very unfortunate goal. Kovacic with a blind pass with had a lot of pace, hit Locatelli and almost inside own net. Instead for a corner now. Here's Chilwell going for a corner. Chilwell, take two. Recycling the ball back to Kovacic. Szczesny well out there, punching the ball easily. Quadrado has the ball now. Rudiger defending well there on this time. Was it Hakim or Rudiger? It was Hakim Ziyech. Bonucci struggling there a lot. Wow. Leonardo Bonucci almost pulling out a sensational there, right? Doing a step over on Anders Christensen and almost doing half of the job. A solid punch by Szczesny as well, dealing with the danger from Chelsea half. Again, man, Chelsea, come on, keep pressing. Jorginho intercepting there, but again, the ball is stolen by Juventus' player. De Ligt is down. A late challenge by a Chelsea player. Let's see what happens now. The ref didn't blew anything for it. Didn't actually wave a sign of advantage as well. Nothing intentional there from Havertz. Here's ball back with Juventus. Juventus have the goal, man. That's the ultimate thing. They can sit back or whatever. Oh, another interception by Aspi there, but De Ligt well there on the position to clear it. I think this is a game Ruben Loftus-Cheek will do well with. If he's brought on, he can take the physicality as well, but who do you bring Ruben on for, Hakim? Or do you bring him on for Jorginho or Kovacic maybe? Forget the second half, forget the first half. Possession, whatever, you were still on top, I think, in my opinion, first half in terms of chances. But this time they are taking the fight to Chelsea and making sure that they're knocking the door at all times. Chelsea can do all they want. Pass the ball, but Juventus have not let the ball go slip through the defense. This looks sad, man. Not gonna lie. And if it stays like this, it will hurt. Two back-to-back L's. Definitely going to hurt. CH passing with intensity. Pressing with intensity, I'm sorry, and is succeeding now. Draws another corner. ZH is extremely trying hard to press at all times. It is very great that ZH is trying to press, but the result is not massive. Havertz is having a great game in terms of having some touches on the ball, but nothing meaningful again. Here's another corner. Chilwell will take it. A referee before the corner is, of course, having a word. Let's see who it is. Locatelli and Jorginho. Both of them compatriots. Here's corner now. Dealt well by Juve. Chilwell, a soft touch this time. Kovacic is able to intercept that. Chilwell could cross it again. Here's Hakim Ziyech, a nice ball by Kovacic, and another corner for Chelsea. A back-to-back corner setup for Chelsea this time. Chelsea piling on some pressure. 60 minutes on the clock, guys. We are watching Juventus versus Chelsea, and it's 1-0 to Juventus. A very deserved goals, and mind you, they scored 10 seconds in the half, so it was phenomenal for them. Here's another corner for Chelsea. Nothing. Cleared easily by Juventus. Kovacic has it. Here's Ben Chilwell again. Can cross it again. I don't know why Juventus's players are collapsing inside the box, but that looked like very unnecessary from Alexandro there. Did actually Aspi push him? Yeah, here's the change here. Loftus-Cheek and Callum Hudson-Odoi. Offensive change. I think Thomas has had enough because he knows deeper we stay like this, the more it will be tougher for our players to deal with the pressure. I think Lukaku is warning Aspi of the same, that they know. Chalobah is interestingly ready to come on. I think who will it be for? Here's Havertz. Interception there. Nice one. Here's Kovacic with the ball. Here's Hakim Ziyech. Again blocked. What is that foul, man? Come on, ref. Come on. Bro, that's late, but that's Chiesa in his path. How is that a foul? As soon as you see the players picking up momentum, here's the whistle. Bloody hell, stop the momentum. Man. Wow, that was not intentional at all. Not at all. Come on, man. Hakim Ziyech coming on, followed by Aspilicueta is going off. Wow. Jorginho's going off too. Interesting. A lot of change in the personnel, but let's see what shape do we hold. I think the shape would be same. I think Chalobah plays at that center midfield role. And Callum will play as a wingback. Yep, Chalobah is playing as a holding midfielder. A very different setup, a very unusual setup, but let's see what Thomas has in mind. Maybe we have practiced and rehearsed this on the training ground, but let's see. Here's Chilwell. Here's Ruben. Goal kick. If you have just tuned in, guys, we are watching Juve versus Chelsea. It's 1-0 for Juventus and 62 minutes on the clock. Chelsea are struggling to find the final third pass and a goal. It would be a very brutal loss to take for them, and a back-to-back loss after that Man City game in the Premier League. And it is more than 120 minutes over now. Chelsea haven't scored a goal. What a diagonal hit for Quadrado. Wow, Chelsea defense are all over the place, guys. Chelsea defense, I repeat, are all over the place. That should have been 2-0 to Juventus. That was very bad. That looked very shocking, to be honest. I'm not going to lie, I'm so worried now. I'm so worried now. Here's Callum Hudson-Odoi against Alexandro. What can he do? Here's Christensen. A shot by Havertz, but nothing out of it. Back for Odoi again. Odoi dodges tackle from Sandro. Here's Chalobah. Wow, Chelsea players, they're looking for a foul on Chalobah there, but the ref not blowing it, and they're forced into fouling Chiesa there so that they actually do not concede on the break. It's clear the differences of the day and night is clear. Chelsea, they haven't looked like a team that wanted more. Sadly. Wow, Rudiger is booked for dissent this time. Yellow card for Rudiger. Substitution for Juventus. Let's see who is coming on. Is it Moise Kean? Oh, it's Federico Bernardeschi going off and Dejan Kulusevski coming on. Another guy who has a lot of legs in him right now. So pacey guy and a very good finisher as well. So Chelsea have to be wary of his threat as well. Odoi losing the ball now. Unfortunately, that's a throw-in. Our coach is furious. I don't know whether it is. It's definitely with the movement of our players. Lukaku is furious as well. He's calling for the ball at all times. He's not getting the service. I don't know how many times in this game actually we have passed a meaningful pass towards Lukaku. At this phase, it feels like Chelsea will be the one who will concede. Chalobah doing well there, intercepting the goal kick of Szczesny. Again, a misplaced pass there. It comes down to a lot of individual abilities this time now for Chelsea. Havertz with a silky touch. Kovacic. Here's Rudiger. Again blocked by Cuadrado, reading the danger there from Chelsea. Again, US player goes down with a simple of a touch. Thomas Tuchel visibly very frustrated this time around on the camera. Again. Another foul on Chiesa. Your free kick for Juventus. I'm so tired, man. Chelsea, come on. Wow. Juventus are doing the jobs well now. Seeing out the game. Again, attempt by Lukaku and Havertz. Nothing at the end of it. Wow. If you have just joined us, guys, we are watching Juventus versus Chelsea. It's 70 minutes on the clock. 1-0 to Juventus. Chelsea are trying hard to break. Of course, Juve's defense. Juve have been so resilient. Like we said, Chelsea making so many errors. Juve capitalized on one of them straight away in the second half. And it's Chelsea who's behind now and having to do the major dirty work. Again, De Ligt marshalling along Havertz, and wow. A long by Juve there, a long ball. Chiesa has it. He's offside though. Quick feed by Chiesa there. Almost got away from Thiago Silva, who's not, of course, the quickest. Again, Chelsea, a lot of possession, but nothing meaningful. Even some attempts, but I would say that these attempts are futile. I almost don't understand how that Chalobah change is going to affect us. Maybe he just wanted some quick legs, whatever, but... Wow, it's two-man on Hudson-Odoi, defending, preventing him to cross inside. Rabiot and Alexandro. It's like a wall there. Juventus, one clean sheet in last 23 games, and here you have it, lads. Standing strong as a brick wall. Cross, not good enough for Lukaku to head it. Come on, Chelsea, man. Cannot let the guard down like this. Come on, Blues. Every man behind the ball for Juventus. And they're ready to break and play on attack, counter attack. KS is ready on the line, halfway line. No chance of being offside in their own half. One long ball over the top of defenders, and he's in on goal. Hudson-Odoi does well. Dodged Alexandro there. Cross again defended by Bonucci there. Here's again a chance for Juventus to break. Christensen blocks it. Here's Callum Hudson-Odoi. Can he do something with the ball? He's trying to cross to Lukaku, and that was one of the biggest chances for Lukaku so far in the game, and it's headed wide. I think it's a change in now personnel. Ross Barkley is coming in. I really don't understand that change, man. I think it's frustrating, man. These kind of changes now, I'm not going to lie. Chiesa has sat down on the field. Here's Ross Barkley. Here's Loftus-Cheek. Here's Ruben. Ruben to Callum. Chiesa is up again. You see the acting from these players to waste time. Oscar winners potential. Again, across dealt well by Chesney. Easy catch for him. This hurts. This hurts right here. But that was what a cross by Callum there. A chance, a rare chance given away by Bonucci and Delic there to head the ball. There's Moise Keane, Weston McKennie. Fresh legs for Juventus there. Chiesa is going off. A basic relief for Chelsea maybe. But Juventus now have an out-and-out striker in the center. They can play through the middle this time. And a guy who has some pace as well. So Chelsea, we have to be wary of the danger of the Moise Keane as well. Can Chelsea upset Juventus here? Can Chelsea prevent us from getting upset here? Callum, nice pressing there. Earning a throw-in. I would rather sit here in misery and not comment. Sometimes it feels so. Because watching this game is giving me major anxiety. The changes have given me major anxiety, man. Lukaku was offside. I wonder why Ruben was passing it towards him. That's offside again. Intercepted well by Havertz here. Here's Ruben with the ball breaking. I'm sorry, Barkley there. Intercepted again by Danilo there. I wonder why is Danilo making a nuisance out of every possible touch that is being handed towards him. But ref is given those kind of fouls, so wow, a very bad cross. Here's Ruben with the ball again. Here comes Juventus with an attack. Thiago Silva having to track back. Moise Kean passing it to McKennie. Rudiger intercepting half-heartedly. Kulusevski with the ball. Callum has to defend, not his forte there. Juventus on the front foot now on the offensive position, guys. Here's Kulusevski. Kean can turn, Kean can shoot. A goal prevented there from Chelsea there. Keeps them in the game. Here's Lukaku. He's onside. Lukaku with a very poor cross here at the end. Let's see if we can actually come back in the position. Wow, Chelsea. Juventus totally got a chance and now each and everyone is behind the ball. Including the striker Moise Kean. If you have just joined in, guys, you are watching Juventus versus Chelsea. It's 1-0 for Juventus, and as you can see, if you're watching it on telly, every single person for Juventus is behind the ball and they are trying to protect their lead. Here's Callum. Juventus are in the mood today of defending. We have seen these sides before, right? Who is going to turn up for Chelsea? Who is going to turn up for Chelsea and steal the deal? Here's Lukaku. And he misses it. What a chance for Lukaku. Oh my god. That was the biggest of all. He's onside. He took the ball in his stride. Couldn't control it and he shoots it over the bar. If he is the target, he scores. That's basic, simple as that. Chesney was down already. If he was going to go on the target, he was scoring there. Chiellini is coming on for Juventus. I'm supposing it's a 3-back now for Juventus as well. They're trying to shut the shop. It's Bentancur going off and it's Chiellini coming on. Yep. You have 1-0 lead in a Champions League away. Sorry, the home game, the tough game. And who do you want better to shut the shop? Giorgio Chiellini. Here's the man for the perfect service. I think it's a back three now. And Juventus are also playing with the back line. You can see they're stepping up for an offset trap. So crowded for Juventus there. But still Chelsea not able to find spaces inside. It will take something very, very special if we are able to score from here. Very, very special indeed. It seems like a no way out right now. Corner for Chelsea. Easy catch by Chesney there. Wow. Six minutes left on the clock, lads. Can we do something? Can we actually do something? Hudson-Odoi with the ambitious diagonal hit towards Chilwell. Luckily, it came back. Here's Chalobah. Chalobah to Loftus-Cheek or Havertz. Chiellini fouling Havertz there and earning a free kick at a very decent position for Chelsea. Chelsea now have a set piece. Potentially, it is far off from scoring maybe, but they can actually try and have a go at the goal. Everyone on the Chelsea bench seems so tensed. Look at my face. It's not a happy man. Will they try to pass it or will they go for a goal? Chilwell at his left, Hudson-Odoi on the right side. Seems like a very far off to shooting at the goal. They are claiming a handball there. They're claiming a handball there. Rudiger, Christensen are shouting a lot for Chiellini's handball. Let's see. I don't know what the handball was actually for. That's Danilo's hand. It is being checked by VAR. And it has been denied by VAR. It's good to go. The penalty doesn't appear to be given. It seems like Chelsea will have to do it on their own. Havertz with a chance. Havertz got up in front of everyone, but it's off target. Looking like one of those nights like we had against City. Where it was in the day, but this is in the night. Only difference, the result is same. Allegri is looking like a man. Yeah, just dodged a bullet there. Wow, it's a corner for Juventus. And Juventus have got the ball actually where they want to. In Chelsea's half, pinned down at the corner flag. And they are in no hurry to take it. Dude. He's booked for time wasting there, Colorado. Moise Keane trying to prevent the ball from getting on the corner flag there. And Juventus are doing what they have been doing throughout the match, preventing Chelsea to have the ball in the right places. You can have the ball all the time, but not in the right places. There's Alexander with the throw-in. I'm not sure there is even a lot to add for the additional time as well, except for the last few seconds that Colorado have wasted. There's Mendy, chance to play it from the back. Chalobah does well there. Callum steals the ball. And it is Juventus' ball. 5 minutes on the additional clock, guys. Last chance for Chelsea now. It looks like actually Chelsea could use international break, even though they have to play the Premier League games against Southampton first on the weekend. It's a similar story like against City. It's similar, very, very similar. Making the most of the ball, it hasn't been the case. Wow. It's almost a heartbreak, man. Two and a half minutes left on the clock. Wonder why Rudiger put the ball up like that. You have the ball back and they can again circle it around. And they did absolutely brilliantly well there. 2 minutes left, guys. Come on, Chelsea. Come on, please. I beg. I beg. I think that should be it. It's 1 minute or so, but I think Juventus will take this thing out of the game. Totally. Last minute. Last minute still. It's a corner for Chelsea. .420 on the clock. And again, Havertz again. A chance, it went over the bar. Just over the bar. And I think that's it. Hits him almost on the back of the head. And that's it. That's another L for Chelsea. Back-to-back losses. And not a happy one to take. And nevertheless, guys, first of all, thank you to everyone who tuned in, who watched here with me on the stream. Always love it. Thank you for your support. It helps the channel to grow. And I'll see you guys probably in the next video or maybe in another live stream. But for today, it was heartbreaking to say nevertheless. Until next time, bye bye. Peace.